Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. I saw it coming long ago, and yesterday it happened. So heartful was Mnisi that he told Judge Ratha, this is unprocedural. I just love that. He told him to his face that what you are doing is unprocedural. At which stage the judge retorted, Mr. Mnisi, don't insult me. But let us just sketch a background of how that came into being. We are seeing again Brigadier Gininda continue to tender hearsay evidence before that court. The latest dose of that hearsay is evidence that was procured by one Mrs. Steenkamp shortly, apparently, after Senzo was shot in the Kumalo house. According to Mrs. Steenkamp, she interviewed, among other people, Kelly Kumalo. And Kelly Kumalo gave a description of the shooter. Kelly Kumalo described to Mrs. Steenkamp how the shooter, among other things, had a golden tooth. That was the hearsay evidence that Baloyi was busy leading yesterday. Now, let's look at that evidence and ask yourself, what is going on with this trial? Gininda is testifying about the evidence of Mrs. Steenkamp. Clearly, that is hearsay, not even in the strict legal sense. Gininda is testifying about what she heard or read from something or a task undertaken by Mrs. Steenkamp. That is what it is all about. Pure hearsay evidence. Now, he comes before this court to tender that hearsay evidence. And that is where the objection of Advocate Mnisi came in. When Advocate Mnisi intervened, he simply told the court that this is unprocedural. He objected, first of all, to the leading of that evidence. Let me start that way. But we stood up to say, no. The evidence had been brought into issue by the defense itself. But at the end of those two exchanges between Baloyi and Mnisi, the court was not making any ruling. Remember how many times I've said on the Daily Fix that whenever there's a dispute between the two parties, between the defense and the prosecution, the court has a duty to intervene and make a ruling as far as that is concerned. This is what Mnisi was objecting to, because he told the judge, we don't see any ruling forthcoming out of this. You are simply directing that proceedings must continue. That is when the judge then said, don't insult me, after Mnisi had told him that this is unprocedural. And the judge went on to say, what do you expect me to say? What do you expect me to say? The prosecution has just said you people brought this evidence into issue. What should I say? So probably that was the reason why, he just let things go. This is a travesty in motion. A travesty in motion. So this hearsay evidence from Mrs. Steenkamp about Kelly. Let's get to Kelly Kumalo. You see, Kelly Kumalo is named as one of the witnesses in the list of witnesses in the possession of the prosecution. She gave this evidence to Mrs. Steenkamp, right? So this is hearsay evidence on the part of Mrs. Steenkamp coming from Kelly. This is what Kelly Kumalo told Mrs. Steenkamp. And Gininda is now telling us in turn that this is what comes from Mrs. Steenkamp's own testimony. Double hearsay. From Kelly to Steenkamp, from Steenkamp to Gininda. But interestingly, I've always said, why has Kelly Kumalo not come before that court to testify? You see, this is hearsay evidence that, Gininda is rendering. Why didn't the prosecution call Kelly Kumalo as an eyewitness to what happened in the Kumalo house on the 26th of October 2014? Because clearly the hearsay evidence that Mrs. Steenkamp provides is allegedly from Kelly Kumalo and the statement that she made in connection with this investigation. You see, something is not right here. Kelly Kumalo is also supposed to be a victim of a robbery relating to the loss of her cell phone during that inquisition. But she's not being called. She has never testified in that courtroom and will probably never testify in that courtroom. All that the prosecution is resorting to is the use of hearsay evidence from Mrs. Steenkamp to Gininda. What a travesty of justice. We also saw how Brigadier Gininda now becomes an expert at truth identification. That truth which accused number 3, Tobisi Mubi, is supposed to have, that gold tooth. He also kept on saying it was goldish and different from the other teeth in that it was shiny. Of what value is that kind of evidence? But the most important thing that I want to bring to your attention this morning is Advocate Mnisi told the judge to his face that you are unprocedural. And the judge fumed. Don't insult me, Mr. Mnisi. I think we have to take off our hats to Advocate Mnisi in these proceedings. Advocate Mnisi will not hesitate to confront Judge Ratha, at least as this case proceeds. And all these worrying irregularities keep on popping up from time to time. There are people out there like Advocate Mnisi who will not spare one moment to stand up and say, enough is enough. This is unprocedural. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for watching the other videos that you will watch later on in the day and in the future. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share these videos, and have a wonderful, wonderful Friday.